Fallout 5 has been widely hyped and people are expecting Fallout 5 to come out sooner rather than later. But I gotta say, guys, I think that Fallout 5 may be quite a ways away just because Bethesda obviously working on none other than Starfield and working on all these other titles. Most, coming up probably the soonest would maybe be the Elder Scrolls 6. But nonetheless, guys, there's still been a lot of people talking about Fallout 5 and what could be in this title and what it may, all encompass. So I want to talk about if Fallout 5 gets announced in 2021, what could we kind of expect here? So let's talk about it. In an article written by Austin King of Screen Rant, it's been 5 years since Bethesda released Fallout 4 and 2 since Fallout 76. Neither of those titles seemed to satisfy the fans the way Fallout 3 or New Vegas did, which is why many people are looking ahead to the future of the series. Bethesda has stayed pretty quiet on the subject, so is Fallout 5 even happening? And if it is, when could fans realistically expect a release date? One thing, guys, that we have to remember is that Microsoft purchased Bethesda, which is absolutely huge on many levels, which we already talked about on the YouTube channel. You guys can check that out. But honestly, guys, when we're talking about Fallout, maybe because they're now under Microsoft, Microsoft can fuel more people and more teams together to make, kind of greenlight more of these projects quicker. I mean, especially when we're talking about Fallout and some of these other IPs that could become now Xbox exclusives. It's absolutely massive. Now, the Fallout series is known for its dystopian American settings, taking place after a nuclear fallout has left the country a wasteland full of mutants, raiding parties, and Lovecraftian horrors. The first Fallout game arrived on PC in 1997, and it was quite different from the current games in the series. However, once Bethesda began work on the series with Fallout 3, the series essentially became a sci-fi Elder Scrolls with guns, and it reached new heights of popularity. Even though some fans were disappointed with Fallout 4, which, guys, I thought Fallout 4 was fine. I don't know. I guess I liked it more than New Vegas. Fallout 3 was probably the best that they ever made. And then, of course, guys, Fallout 76 was absolutely atrocious. But even though some fans were disappointed with Fallout 4, the game was still a success both commercially and critically. It makes sense Bethesda will continue making Fallout games, and Fallout 5 seems the most likely next entry in the series. Even though sales and reviews haven't been kind to Fallout 76, the online game's lackluster reception wouldn't be enough to cause Bethesda to axe the entire series. It's a pretty sure bet to say Fallout 5 will release eventually, but the real question is when. So even though Fallout 5 hasn't been officially announced, it's probably only a matter of time. The series is one of Bethesda's most profitable and popular franchises, so the company isn't going to cancel the series just because Fallout 76 stumbled. But that brings up the question of when exactly fans should expect the game to release. So far, Bethesda has announced Elder Scrolls 6 for next-gen consoles, but the company has stated the game is still years away from release. Realistically, Bethesda probably won't release Fallout 5 until after Elder Scrolls 6, which puts a release date somewhere in the next 5 years. And I agree with that. I don't think that they would release it until after Elder Scrolls 6. Here's the thing, though. Once again, I think that with Microsoft purchasing Bethesda, it's now pushing probably more. They're getting, be able to hire more people, get bigger teams to work on each of these projects like Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, Starfield, all these other titles that they're going to work on, maybe the new Doom game, Prey game, all these different titles, I'm sure are going to be coming at some point or another. Now, it's also important to look at the time Bethesda spent between previous Fallout releases. Fallout 3 released in 2008 with Fallout 4 in 2015. If Bethesda keeps the same development time for Fallout 5, that keeps the game's release at year 2022. However, the release and subsequent time spent updating and patching of Fallout 76 could have slowed this pattern somewhat, which I got to agree. So, since the game is yet to be announced, release year of 2022 may seem a little too hopeful. However, fans could reasonably expect an official Fallout 5 announcement soon, perhaps even at the upcoming PS5 showcase. So, yes, 2022, guys, I don't think it's going to be coming out then. However, do I think we'll get an announcement of it before 2022? Yes. I think that we will hear an official announcement of Fallout 5 in 2021, probably late 2021. And I would assume it's going to come out, let's just say Elder Scrolls 6, if we hear more about it later this year or into next year. Hopefully, Elder Scrolls 6 comes out late 2021 or 2022. But like I said, we don't know how far they are on Elder Scrolls 6, how far they would be on Fallout 5. I mean, we just simply don't know, guys. So at the end of the day, will we get a Fallout 5? Yes. Is it going to get announced next year? It's hard to say. I would love for it to be announced next year, especially with Microsoft. They're going to be able to kind of make a timeline of all the different games and have give a lot more help to Bethesda with these titles. I think it's a match made in heaven, in my personal opinion, and I think it's going to be huge for these titles to be Xbox exclusives. But I would say, guys, that we will be getting Elder Scrolls 6 first, then a new Fallout, or maybe something else, maybe a new Prey, a new Dishonored, a new Doom game. Who knows? But Fallout 5 will come out at some point or another, guys. Mark my words, they're going to at least give it one more shot to see if they can kind of right the wrongs from Fallout 76. Is it going to be in 2021? Hopefully. But if it's not, maybe it'll be in 2022. We'll have to wait and see. But let me know, guys, what do you all think about Fallout and the potential of Fallout 5, and when do you guys think this game's going to come out? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Fallout 5 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.